Good morning. We will begin the broadcast of the 2014 Baton Rouge Community College commencement soon. Please stand by. Graduates are scheduled to march in at 9:45. Thank you. Please stand by for a live broadcast of the 2014 Baton Rouge Community College Commencement Exercises. Graduates are scheduled to march in at 9:45 a.m. Thank you. You are watching a live broadcast of the 2014 Baton Rouge Community College Commencement Exercises. Please stay tuned. Our program will begin shortly. Graduates are scheduled to march into the arena at 9:45 a.m. Again, you are watching a live broadcast of the upcoming 2014 BRCC Commencement Exercises. Our program will begin shortly. Thank you. You are watching a live stream of the upcoming 2014 BRCC Commencement Exercises. Please stand by. Our program will begin shortly. Thank you.
Please stand for the presentation of the colors.
may go ahead and clap for them as they come in. Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, this event represents the 15th annual commencement of Baton Rouge Community College. It is my honor to welcome you and to thank each of you for joining us this morning. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem, which is sung by Daisha Badon, who is one of our students, and that will be followed by a moment of reflection. So now we will have the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Absolutely outstanding. Thank you, Daisha. Please let us now pause for a moment of reflection. Thank you. Very much. Now you may be seated. At this time, may I have your attention, please? At this time, we will allow for the entrance of our guests who are outside. So we'll take a few moments just to allow additional guests to come in. Thank you very much. Good morning again. May I have your attention? Thank you so very much. I would like to take a few minutes to introduce our platform party, members of the BRCC Foundation Board, special guests, BRCC's executive team, and our deans. Would you please stand as your name or your group is called and remain standing until all are introduced. Audience, I would respectfully ask you to hold your applause until everyone has stood and their names have been called. All right, our platform party. I start with Dr. Christelle Slaughter, who's our speaker. Thank you, Christelle. We have the Louisiana Community and Technical College System Board of Supervisor member, Mr. Stephen Tubes, who was also past president of the LCTCS Foundation Board. We have our Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Ms. Monique Cross. And then we have Ms. Barbara Hasek, who is our Faculty Senate President. Okay, now we have our BRCC Foundation Board. Start with our President, Mr. John C. Gautreaux. Would you please stand? We have Pamela Chenevier here, I believe. We have Mr. Edward Flynn here. Thank you. We have a few special guests, Mr. Fabian Blanche, Jr., and I believe we have Representative Virginia Ashford Barrow here with us. Thank you so much. Will all our deans please stand? And then will all our executive team members please stand? Audience, please join me in giving them a round of applause. Thank you all. You may be seated. Dr. Barbara Hasek, a Faculty Senate President, will now come forward to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Christelle Slaughter.
Christelle Slaughter is a principal in SSA Consultants, a Baton Rouge-based, nationally recognized management consulting and organizational development firm established in 1970 that has provided services to hundreds of organizations across the United States and Canada. Its clients include Fortune 200 publicly traded, privately held, not-for-profit, and government organizations. A native of New Orleans, Dr. Slaughter earned a doctorate in systems management and organizational design from LSU in 1979 and began her professional career as a faculty member at LSU. After 7 years of teaching, she joined SSA Consultants. Throughout her career with SSA Consultants, Dr. Slaughter has been instrumental in guiding and implementing strategic direction for hundreds of organizations. Her work has included the cultural and organizational transformations of a publicly traded community bank, designing and implementing an award-winning customer service program for a large healthcare institution, developing and conducting a diversity awareness program for a multinational chemical plant, and designing integration strategies for the state of Louisiana's multi-billion-dollar coastal protection and restoration efforts. Dr. Slaughter's commitment to community is evident in the many leadership roles that she has held. To name only a few, she was chair of the Louisiana Business and Technology Center's Advisory Board, was a member of the Forever LSU campaign, and a past president of the Rotary Club of Baton Rouge. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Christelle Slaughter to the podium.
Thank you so much. Members of the Louisiana Community and Technical College Board of Supervisors, Chancellor Miller, distinguished members of the faculty, proud parents and family members, and above all, graduates. I must begin today by thanking Chancellor Miller for giving me this extraordinary opportunity and bestowing upon me the honor of giving the commencement address. In the past several weeks, I've spent a good bit of time thinking about what pearls of wisdom I could share with you, the graduates. What life experiences had shaped me or my colleagues and clients, those who I respect and admire. I actually began a sort of small research project to ask my associates what messages from their own college commencement speakers were most powerful, and decades later, what did they remember most about the speaker and the highlights of their address? Now, I'm looking at the expressions of some of the wise individuals in the room who know where I'm going with this. No one remembers. No one remembers their commencement speaker. No one remembers the messages and the addresses. Now, certainly, if you had a very famous or powerful commencement speaker and forced people to go through security checks or stand in line, people remember that, but they rarely remember the points or the message itself. Now, I must tell you, this finding was tremendously liberating for me. It served to calm my trepidation about today and the need to provide profound thoughts and messages to you in the remaining 7 or 8 minutes that I will stand at this podium. What I will tell you is that I found out in my little research study that my son David has become a commencement speaker groupie, and that if you too want to become a commencement speaker groupie, you want to hear everyone from Oprah to Steve Jobs to former and current presidents of the United States, you can simply visit YouTube at your convenience and set yourself out for hours of entertainment, which I did at his request. And quite seriously, the excellent speakers had 3 things in common. Number 1, the speakers spoke from their heart. Number 2, their stories involved elements of personal growth and learning. And number 3, they left the graduates with a clear message about life and their personal future. So on this wonderful day, this beautiful Memorial Day weekend, we're gathered here to celebrate your academic success and send you off into the world. I must tell you, I wish that I could visit with every single one of you individually, because I know for the vast majority of you, your life already includes profound examples of personal growth, overcoming adversity, and understanding true success. As I travel the country working with some of the most powerful and well-known leaders in corporate America, in the Federal Reserve System, or in political circles, I do meet individuals who have had inspiring lives and who have very unique characteristics and incredible stories that offer opportunities for hope, reflection, and personal growth. But sometimes it is when you least expect it that you meet an individual, someone like you, one of these graduates, who can touch your heart or mind in a way that makes you see the world differently and question your path in this journey that we call life. Like the young man that I met on a trip to Cambodia several years ago. He was our guide for the day with a small tour group and had proven himself to be knowledgeable and very helpful. Of course, we had gotten used to, in Cambodia, seeing very few older men, especially in the cities, due to the extermination of about 20% of their population, about 2 million citizens, it's estimated, between 1975 and 1978 during the regime of the Khmer Rouge. This young man in his early 30s was very professional, and despite our many questions throughout the day, never shared any personal experiences that he or his family may have had during that terrible time. Our last stop of the day was a public market where we split up to find treasures and souvenirs and trinkets to bring back to the United States. When we asked our tour guide to show us what was in his bag after we gathered back on the bus, he sheepishly pulled out a small Cambodian flag. He then explained that he was a teacher in a nearby school, and he wanted his middle school students to understand the beauty and history of his country and their country, so that they would never go back to what he remembered when he was about their age. With a bit of prodding, he finally told us his story, where he had seen his father murdered, he was separated from his mother, had only his young brother, and eventually was separated from him and spent 5 years after the Pol Pot regime ended, at a very young age, walking across the country to finally be reunited with his mother. His experience led him to understand that education and public participation and involvement can change the course of history. And becoming a teacher allowed him to arm his students with concepts and knowledge that would ensure their freedom and the very rights that we often take for granted here in America. Now, as dramatic as that story is, I, like many of you in here today, sat in an audience earlier this week at another part of BRCC and heard the personal testimony of a young man from right here in Baton Rouge, whose journey is equally inspiring and illustrative, and I bet sounds like many of those of you who are graduating today. Carlos was unemployed when a friend of his heard about a free Skillcrafts training program offered by BRCC. The two friends signed up. They were admitted to the program, which required 9 months of nightly classes, Monday through Thursday, a very rigorous and something that you had to be very dedicated to in order to graduate. But Carlos did graduate, and he was offered a job at Turner Industries at the ExxonMobil refinery right down on Scenic Highway. After working there a very short time, Carlos was promoted. And then he was promoted again, and then he was promoted again, to the point that he has the chance to earn a six-figure salary next year. I asked him after the program the other day how he could have gone from being unemployed and sitting at home to being employed and promoted over and over again in such a short period of time. He told me that his Skillcraft instructor from BRCC had told his class, no matter what you are asked to do, you step up. Even if you don't know how to do what your boss or someone else is asking you to do, just say, I don't know how to do that, but if you show me, I will do it. Words to live by. Just step up. Offer to help. Do your best, and do your best in everything that you do. As one of the commencement speakers said to the Harvard graduating class, you've got to want to do whatever you want to do more than you want to be whatever you want to be. You need to want to write more than to be a writer. You need to want to heal more than to be a doctor or a nurse. You need to want to teach more than be a teacher. You need to want to serve more than be a politician. Life is too challenging for external rewards to sustain us. The joy is in the journey. I always say the process is the product. The journey is the joy. As I work with the very many talented and successful leaders in politics, education, business, and industry, I'm always moved by how centered and focused they are regarding what is truly important in their lives. Here's this formula. It's their personal ethics and integrity that they don't want to compromise. It's their employees and their staff. It's their standards for quality in the products and services that they create. There are no shortcuts. There are no silver bullets to true success. And finally, they're true to themselves and in touch with their inner voices. As Steve Jobs once said, don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition. Stay hungry. And when you become uber successful, not if, when, if you choose to use your status and influence to reach down to others who do not have your power or status, or to speak on behalf of those who are not listened to by others, then it will not be just your proud families and friends who sit with you today to celebrate your success, but many, many others whose lives you will have touched and whose reality you will have helped to change. You have that power inside of you. I encourage you to find it and use it, and I congratulate you for reaching this important milestone in your journey through life. Thank you very much.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Slaughter. We appreciate that. Excellent words of wisdom. I know our graduates will leave having heard you and taken what they've heard, and they will use it someday, real soon, hopefully. Okay, at this time, I would like to acknowledge a very special group of individuals. They work extremely hard and are responsible for ensuring that our graduates are the very best of the best. BRCC would not be the place that it is without them. I am, of course, referring to the Baton Rouge Community College faculty and staff. Will our faculty and staff please stand and please help me acknowledge them. Thank you. Thank you so much. This year, our 15th commencement, this year is very special because what many of you don't know or may not realize, we had the opportunity to merge with another fantastic institution formerly named Capital Area Technical College. I would like to recognize Dr. Kay McDaniel, who is, Kay, would you please stand? Dr. Kay McDaniel is the former regional director of Capital Area. Let's give her a round of applause. Then I also, if you just bear with me for a moment, I'd also like to have our faculty from the former Capital Area please stand. We thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Okay, let's see. Now, one more group of people I'd like to acknowledge and thank. I would like to thank the families and friends of all of our graduates for your efforts in assisting our graduates to make it where they are. Would you all please stand? Please stand. Would our families please stand? Graduates, please honor your family and friends. Thank you all so much. Family and friends, we thank you. We thank you so much. We know that our students would not be sitting where they are if it were not for your support. Okay, Ms. Monique Cross now, our Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, will come forward to present the candidates.
We will now recognize each of the candidates. Candidates, please stand and come forward to receive your degree and/or certificate.
Do we need to go? Bria Bethley, AA Louisiana Transfer Science, Social Science, Honors. Bettina Deggs, AA Louisiana Transfer Science, Social Science, Honors. Betty Emery, AA Louisiana Transfer Science, Social Science, Honors. Amber Schaefer, AA Louisiana Transfer Science, Social Science, Honors. Kristen Sylvester, AA Louisiana Transfer Science, Social Science, Honors. Joy Alexander Collins, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting Technology, Honors. Vanda Aro, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting Technology, Certificate of Technical Studies, Accounting, Chancellor's Honors. Daniqua Gibson, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting Technology. Gwendolyn Hamilton, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting Technology, Certificate of Technical Studies, Accounting. Cynthia Robbins, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting Technology, Certificate of Technical Studies, Accounting, Honors. Trindalyn Walker, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting Technology, Certificate of Technical Studies, Accounting, Honors. Terenesia Alexander, Associate of Applied Science, Business Technology, Honors. What did you say? Just names. Gabriella Bruno. Tamika Buchanan. Rachel Crane. Shannon Jackson. Monica Kinchin. Val Morgan. Ricardo Powers. Brittany Smith. Vanessa White. Ordana Wimbush. Valencia Wright. Charles Monaghan Jr. Joseph Tuttle. Jonathan Howard. Jody Nuss. Tiffany Plunkett. Leslie Thompson. Suad Akdid. Troy Antoine. Devin Basco. Tyler Boudreau. Darla Bourgeois. Madison Christ. Beatrix Fabre. Adrienne Godet.
Nicholas Gobert. Tope Godey. Austin Hunt. Tanisha Keller. Maggie LeBlanc. Alexandra Lentz. Sierra Lytle. Nicole Moss. Kathleen Pell. Megan Rojas. Heather Ronci. Sebastian Stampley. Justin Stanley. Nicholas Zanakis. Heidi Zulke. Bobby Baker. Tamika Bowie. William Clark Jr. Kiara Gibbs. Megan Guerin. Tiffany Gillard. Grant Robinson. Tanel Bell, honors. Maria Leon. Katoya James. Sydney Morris. Jeanette Murillo. Donice Washington. Melvin Albert. Angel Bays. Derwin Franklin. Taylor Barra. Jonathan Carrier. Christopher Edwards. Dwight Green. Jonathan Harris.
Michael Jackson. Michael Jarrow. Joseph Jones. Ariel Reichel. Caitlin Slyman. Blaine Wilkins. Tracy Broussard. Emily Carrier. Paula Collins. Esperanza Francois. Haley Moody. Jennifer Morgan. Ariel Singleton. Leanne Smith. Sarone Tennant. Kayla Thomas. Terry Underwood. Jared Varner. Linda Bowman. Samantha Cook. Catherine Higginbotham. Kristen Neeson. Sonia Alf. Kiani Bailey. Kelsey Cockrum. Ashley Cole. Cody Lane Cox. Jane Annie. Krista Gautreaux. Sally Gronyard. Rachel Harris. Landon Hunt. Caleb Job. Lynn Landry. Elizabeth Lewis. Nicole Lorman. Molly McCann. Brandy Morgan. Kara Neal. Kimberly Rollins. Sherry Rubik. Lauren Blair Russell. Latrika Shepard. Caitlin Still. Deborah Thomas. Candace Bond. Anna Boone. Abigail Cobb. Tony Cunningham.
Crystal Grove. Carly Majette. Kelly Marchand. Hannah Wingate. Kayla Winkler. Haley Baggett. Tiffany Eller, honors. Kayla Hanno. Whitney Morgan, honors. Whitney Sam, honors. Megan Cimarral, honors. Madeline Smith. Stacy Tanner, Chancellor's honors. Chaz Cooper, Dean's honors. Tiffany Dixon, honors. John Dugan, honors. Felicia Fultz. Honey. Dana Honey. Ashante Huntley. Angela Kinsey. Ebony Levine. Aisha Quiet. Mamie Smith.
Ebony Talley. Ebony Talley.
Ebony Talley. Chandra Victorian. Ashley Wade. Joshua Washington. Lindsay Williams. Brittany Anderson. Cynthia Voss, Dean's Honors. Crystal Causey, Chancellor's Honors. Angela Douglas, Dean's Honors. Shaquisha Keller, Dean's Honors.
There's a card on the floor. Deborah Martin, Chancellor's Honors. Lionel Spann. Kiara Dickerson, Honors. Crystal Georgetown, Honors. Dextia Jackson, Honors. Kiriana Johnson, Honors. Kiamonte Kimber, Honors. Gabriella Norman, Chancellor's Honors. Demetia Springs Bourgeois, Honors. Montrell Washington. Bianca Wilson. Kendrell Banks, Honors. Kaleshi Dunn, Dean's Honors. Princess Green, Honors. Carrie Milliken. Azazuwa Awanbar. Cameron Benham. Chet Buxton, Honors. Joshua Gorman, Honors. Adam Grant. Charles Ham, Honors. Raymond Hinchy. Henry Jackson. Cameron Jordan. Eric Kinney. Mark Lorino, Dean's Honors. Don Wynn, Dean's Honors. Richard Sherwin, Honors. Nida Aslam. Kelly Cook, Honors. Justin Gossett. John Helfrich, Chancellor's Honors. Aaron Hutchinson.
Gabrielle McKnight. Patrick Mooney, Dean's Honors. Nathaniel Russin. Mallory Savage. Carmen Torres Diaz, Honors. Marquise Stevens. Clay Bork. Jenny Guy. Precious Shaw, Honors. Angela Alexander, Honors. Kenyatta Brown. Robin Odom. Chandra Monique Gaucher Simmons, Dean's Honors. Cynthia Wallace. Harrison Hogan, Dean's Honors. Bradley Townsend, Honors. George Woods, Honors. William Young, Honors. Latanya Kelly Thomas, Dean's Honors. Roman Stewart, Honors. Reggie Williams, Honors. Keith York, Dean's Honors. Christy Cavalier. Sharon Patrick. Shannon Tillotson, Honors. Trina Caesar, Dean's Honors. Camilla Franklin, Dean's Honors. Ebony Richardson, Chancellor's Honors. Quintavia Williams. Jaleesa Smith, Chancellor's Honors. Angel Tompkins. Devin Burton. Matthew Doherty, Chancellor's Honors. Stephen Fontenot, Dean's Honors. Jesse Franklin III. Michael Hines, Honors. John Lounsbury, Dean's Honors. Katie Parker, Dean's Honors. Xana Tolliver, Honors. Shanika White.
Kaisha Young, Dean's Honors. Jaira Cook, Honors. Sigariel Griffin. Alvin Hollins, Honors. Arteri Johnson, Honors. Sonia Joseph, Honors. Clarice Mason. Kelly Holden. Albert Atkins Jr., Honors. Ty Brown. Lakeith Curtis. Edward Douglas. Carrie Green, Dean's Honors. Marty Green, Honors. Christopher McKnight. Cody Riley. Roosevelt Robertson. Frederick Thomas. Antonio Wilkinson, Honors. Eduardo Banks. Brandon Bolden. Joshua D. Bourgeois, Honors. Joshua Butte. Nathaniel Bro, Honors. Randolph Butler. Jeremy Jones, Honors. John Knight, Honors. Jeremy Lewis. Paul Mooney, Dean's Honors. Dode Sese. Demetrius Taplin. Chance Washington. Chantel McPipe. Ryan Swindler. Matthews Tolliver, Dean's Honors. Willie Walker. Alan Montiel.
Chancellor Miller, upon the recommendation of the faculty of Baton Rouge Community College, it gives me pleasure to present to you the 2014 candidates for graduation for the conferring of their degrees. These candidates have met the requirements for the associate degree and/or the certificate.
Thank you. Will the candidates for the 2014 Baton Rouge Community College commencement please stand? Okay. But thank you. Thank you. As Chancellor, by the authority vested in me by the Board of the Louisiana Community and Technical College System, I am pleased to confer upon each of you the degree and/or certificate that you have earned, and you may now change your tassel from right to left. Audience, please join me in giving them a round of applause. Thank you. Candidates, please be seated. We will now have, I'm sorry, you're not supposed to be seated. You're supposed to continue to stand as we have our alma mater song. Please stand to hear the alma mater by Daisha Badong. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes Baton Rouge Community College's 2014 commencement. Hold on. Before there are any exits, some special thanks, please. I'd like to thank our speaker, Dr. Christelle Slaughter. She was awesome. I'd like to thank our special guests. Special thanks go to Mr. Michael Crawford and the East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office, Chief Janora Tilley, Jerry Hobdy, and the Community Relations staff, Dr. Albert Tasno, Aaron Blank, and the Enrollment Management and Student Support staff, Mr. Ray Dudley and Facilities, and the entire Graduation Commencement Committee. Would you all please remain in the audience until the recessional, please? We have to get ourselves out, our students out, and our faculty out. So would you please remain until the recessional? Thank you so very much.